to the Daily Draw. We've got a special treat for you today. In the past, we've done quite a few characters from video games. We've done Mario and Minecraft and things like that. So today, Sonic the Hedgehog. It's a great little drawing. So grab your pencil and let's all get drawing together. So let's make a start on our Sonic the Hedgehog. And what we want to do is create this impression of speed, and that's and determination. Look at that, look at the way his face is going. So how are we going to get from our blank piece of paper here to there? Well, we're going to take it in stages. We're going to do 3 drawing stages, and that's there. We're going to start with these very basic shapes. Then we're going to build it up into something that's really recognizable as Sonic. Then I'm going to finish with the final details. Mistake lots of people make when they're drawing is to go right in at the details and then start to build it out. But if things are the wrong size or shape, it's really difficult to draw like that. So that's why we always start with the basic shape. So let's get started. We're going to start here with this one. I'll just put Sonic out of the way. I am going to be doing this in watercolour pencils. So I need to do it on watercolour paper. So I'm using my watercolour paper pad, which comes in our Daily Draw sets. If you don't have watercolour paper and you don't have watercolour pencils, do not panic. Just paint with whatever you can get hold of, or draw with pencils, colouring pencils, felt tips, just a pencil and paper if that's all you've got. Just use whatever you have. I'm going to start with my pencil. I'm going to start with these shapes. So here, like every drawing, it either starts with a curve or a line, and I'm going to start with that line there. So if I have a little think here, where is the middle of this page? It's about there. So it's just above the middle. So I'm going to go into just above. That's the middle there. I'm going to go just above, and I'm going to start with this simple line there. I've probably gone slightly too far there. But here is where I'm going to put this shape here. So I'm going to curve it up from there, and I'm probably going to be about there. It's really important to work to get these first shapes right. If I hold my pencil there, you can see it's about that long. What's that, 5 centimetres? About there for that first shape here. And we want the line to come out a little bit anyway. So let's think where we want it to go up to. It's there. And both of these lines here are going to just curve up like this. Keep it really light. We're going to rub both these lines out. So that's going to give us that shape. And then let's put that shape in here, which is going to form his. So it's going from there. Keep that there so you can see it's going from there. And it's coming out here like that. So I feel like they're the 2 most difficult shapes. And once you've got that in, you're absolutely well on your way, because then all we're doing is we're going to put this in. So here it comes out, curves down, and then 1, 2, 3, and then this is like a Z coming in, out, and back. I feel like I want that one to come out a little bit more there. Okay, so I'm happy with that. That's the key shape there. The rest of it, these bits here, down here, are not that difficult at all. I'm going to come down here like this. Actually, that should finish up there. So I'm going to take that up to there. And I'm going to rub that out. I'll explain why. Because can you see there, we've got that little gap between there and the line, so it comes in to there. Right, now this line here, it's not a curve, it doesn't reflect that, it comes in slightly to there and then down, and from here, not from there, but from there, take it down. I know it doesn't look anything like Sonic the Hedgehog at the moment, but for anyone who's done plenty of daily draws, you know what's going to come. Right, I'm going to bring this line here like that, and then up. This is his running leg. So think about that shape there, that shape here within the shape. Can you see there? Think about that one. That's one running leg, and then this one comes behind there, and that one's from there. And let's just stick it straight out. there are our first shapes. It might not look much like Sonic yet, but stick with me. Get those shapes down and then we'll move on. Okay, this next bit, you can see I've rubbed out those two lines up here. So let me get rid of those. I don't need those at all. But I haven't rubbed out this one because I'm going to use this to really help me. That's going to be like a guideline for me. I've got rid of those two. And I can come round here. And what I want you to do is from that line, go straight up there. And then we're going to put in what will become the ears. We've got that, and that down. So it's like an M. You're putting in an M. And at the bottom of that M there, we've got a line and then another shape. And I'll just get rid of that line there too. So line and shape coming round. I'm not going to do the face yet. We'll do that at the next stage. What I'm going to do is start to build up the arms, the feet and the feet. So coming in here, from there, from this line here that we've got, I want to go in for a little bit and then go 1, 2, and then under it, 1, 2. That's the first little arm. The second one is going to come, this should be just coming around here like that, and it comes out there. So that's the second. Right, let's go with this hand first. These look so complex and they're really easy when you break them down. We've got a line, a curve, kind of curvy line down, and that's it. It's that shape. It's like a little bean, really. So that's one of the gloves there. Let's come and do this boot as well. That's pretty simple too. We start with that shape there and bring it down. I'm going to go out like that. They are enormous, his feet. So that's shape, the first shape there, first foot in. I think this bit, it looks the most complicated, but we can really break it down. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring it here like this. So you can see we've got that arm in, and what the most important shape here is this one. Can you see that I'm colouring in now? I want you to think about that. So if I drew that, that is what it would look like. It's that shape. That's the shape to think of here to get this. But what I'll do is we'll come down from there and we'll just put a line here that will form his glove, and we'll take that down and there. So get the cuff of the glove in first. And then from there we're going to take a line up and we're going to take the glove round there and down. And then it's going to come up. I think that line needs to be a bit there. Okay, now we've got this shape. So I'm going to go in like that and just join with a line. And then I've got that shape that I just showed you. Look, that really important shape. Up, 1, 2. We're going to keep that line there, coming round, and we're going to join there. And this is going to become his boot here. And it's actually pretty much the same as that. We've got that cuff, then bring it round. It's going to go all the way to there. And that's the shoe in. Now we can get rid of that line, the line that's really helped us out here with guiding, where we're going to put our shapes. And now, I don't know if you can see that, but to me, he's starting to come. So work on getting those shapes in, pause it, and then we'll move on. Okay, there's very little left to do. If you have a look here, we're going to put in his eye, we're going to put that shape in his little nose, and then it's just the hands and the feet. So here we go. Coming in here, coming up from there, from that top of the mouth, I'm going to come up and round and in for that shape. That's going to form his mouth. And here I'm going to just bring that in slightly and just rub that out. So we've got it going up there. And from there, we're going to come in. It's a really high shape, that one, to create his eye. And I always think the character seems to come alive when you put his eyes in. And that's it. It's just a line there. He's got that grumpy little mouth there. And then we've got this bit here that sticks out. His nose. Here on his belly, because you'll see this when we start putting some colour in, that is a slightly different colour. So we just draw that shape there as well. Right, let's put the details here now on each of these hands. Let's just take them one at a time. And it is just a matter of going one. That's a bit big. Let's go back. Let's go back there. Much smaller. I really gave him ridiculous thumbs there. And then come down 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got those 4 fingers and a couple of little lines. And that's it. That's that hand in. So coming down to this foot, we've got a line. Then there's a kind of buckle here. Look, buckle. And then pop that shape in there. We'll put a little sole there on the foot. Coming over here, the same thing. So sole on the foot. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we've got a little bit there. And then here, can you see we've got that line in from earlier? We need to rub that out. Oops, rubbed out the hand as well. Pop the hand back in. A couple of lines in the cuff. And this is really simple. Pop a little thumb in and then 1, 2, 3. He's done. He's come together from those crazy random shapes. We've got our Sonic. So stick with me. Even if you've not got the paints, don't worry. Just stay with me and we will take a look at the colours. So we're going to start, we're only going to use 3 colours here, 3 primary colours that we're going to use here with our Sonic. We've got a blue, it's the darker blue from the pack. If you've got the pack, it's a yellow and a red. And I've also got my black watercolour pencil that I'm going to use as well at the end. So I'm going to start here with this colour. It's a kind of peachy colour. And to make that, what I'm going to use is a very light bit of yellow with some red over the top. I'll show you and then you'll be able to see. So I'm going to do it first in here. Light bit of yellow. Leave the eye bit white, but this bit is light yellow and his arms as well. So just don't go too dark. I went too dark the first time I did this. It didn't quite work. So very light. Then a touch, just a touch of red. You're not colouring it in. Because of the magic nature of these pencils, what you're actually doing is just putting the paint pigment on. Right, let's see what happens. Is that about the right? Oh, that's about the right colour. So that's it. Making sure that I've got each mark there turned to paint. Just going over with the brush. A bit in here. And there. And that's those bits done. Now I'm going to do the shoes and I'm just going to come in. I'm going to leave that strap and go around the bottle. Now, where we went very light there, I'm going to go quite hard because I really want to put, the more pressure you put, the more of this that you put in, which is the paint pigment, the darker the paint will be. I'm not doing inside, I'm just doing that there. And then coming around here. That is a line actually, and that is a line. So we've got that stripe, that really clear stripe. Now I've got too much water on there, so what I'm going to do is get a bit of kitchen roll. Artist's best friend, we call it in the little art school. I'm just going to soak that up. That's better, and I'm going to go back in. And the reason for that is it would take ages to dry with a big pool of water. And you don't need much water, can you see, to transfer this into paint. And if you're looking at this thinking, they look absolutely brilliant, well, you can buy these at the Little Art School online shop on our website. There we go. And I'm going to come up around here and paint there. Now, the next thing I've got to do is just the blue. What I need to do first is make sure that these bits are dry, otherwise they'll all run into each other, and this bit isn't. So I'm just going to pat it with a bit of kitchen roll there, and hopefully by the time I come to turning it to water, it will be okay. So I'm going to go around everything here, around there, and around there. This bit is clear. Down to there, round his arms, and round that glove. And then I really want this to be a really good dark blue. I don't have to be neat with it, but I really want to get plenty of blue paint down there onto the paper. Because the neatness all comes with the brush. That's all about brush control. The pencil, you can go any old how as long as you don't go outside those lines you've drawn in. Now if you want, you can make some of this a little bit darker by just on the lines you put in, putting a tiny bit of black in, and that will darken that bit as well. But I'm going to start from here. Keep him, oh look at that, and that is the magic of these paints. I really think when you get into these dark colours, it really shows up so brilliantly what you can do with them. Coming round, around there. And I'm being quite careful here with my brush because I really don't want to get the paint onto those lovely peachy bits. I want them to really jump out. Okay, and I'll put in his legs. Coming in here. So you can see that you really want to try to, I'm kind of almost massaging the brush onto the paint to get rid of the marks that the pencil's made and make sure every inch of this is covered in the paint. And I'm doing the blue before I go anywhere near the black. As soon as I touch the black, it'll colour anything then. Coming down and darkening there. And there. Okay, that is finished with the painting on this. I'm now going to use my black watercolour pencil, put in his nose, a line for the mouth, and that really grumpy expression. I'm also going to go around there. And I'm going to use the black here to outline, especially these bits here. So it's just really going round as an outline around the pencil marks that you made earlier. I've just realised I've missed something out, so I'm really glad I went round that, because what I need here, and I'm not going to colour that. I'm not going to use the brush around there. I'm just going to go around it like that. Popping in that bit, that cuff there. And the sole of that running shoe. And round, and then just finishing here with this hand. And that is our Sonic the Hedgehog. Hope you really enjoyed that. Don't forget, if you really want to do some other characters like Mario, Toad, Donkey Kong, Bowser, there's a playlist, a video game characters playlist on our YouTube channel. Head over there and you can fill your sketchbook with drawings, and we will see you back tomorrow.